Yo, yo, yo! It's your girl Rose Gold, and you are tuned in for another episode of Heartbreak Hill Podcast. Man, I'm so happy to be talking to y'all. It's been a little second since I've been able to drop some new heat, but I've been having a lot going on. All great things by the grace of God, but it's been busy around these parts. Alright, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down, and I'm happy to be here with y'all. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me. And thank you all so much for tuning in. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in, alright? So today I'm going to go ahead and get in another personal experience of mine. It's been coming up a lot lately as far as my younger cousins and family members begin to blossom. I'm going to just use that word. As they begin to blossom into this world, they are starting to date and have romantic feelings. And as a person who, I'm married now, but I ain't been married my whole life. So as a former um player in the field as far as dating, I often was confused by what kind of advice to give them. You don't want to come off like a grandma. You don't want to come across like nobody mama, but you also want to be real with the people you love. So I was talking to one of my little cousins in Chicago today. I told her I wasn't gonna say her name, but we was talking earlier, and the advice that came out of my mouth was, don't let science decide who you choose to be your romantic partner. And my cousin, being as crazy as she is, she like, well, science is not gonna decide nothing for me. What you mean by that? Woo woo. She started talking crazy. We go back fine. I said, no, look, cuz, listen to what I'm saying. What I mean by don't let science decide your romantic partner is when you first meet a person, okay, they could literally be Ted Bundy by the soul, by the spirit. Okay, they could be a serial killer. All right, they could be a serial rapist. They could literally be the most evil soul that you have ever come across. They could be lying, conniving, and you could still be attracted to them. And I know everybody who got a little bit of sense is listening to me talking about I'm crazy. How could you be attracted to somebody that got all that's evil, that's dirty, that's Ted Bunny? How you gonna be attracted to a rapist? And let me explain. This is what I had to break down. Alright, and this is only from my own personal experience. I ain't never dated no rapists or no killers or nothing like that, but I've been attracted to some dark souls. You understand what I'm saying? And it's because when you are first meeting an individual, you are not experiencing their souls. When you first meet an individual, the only thing that's taking over when you meet somebody you like is science. Listen to what I'm telling you. In fact, for the first 6 to 8 months, I believe. Now, I don't know it all, so you can ask the experts, and they'll probably give you, better figures. But I believe from the first 6 to 8 months, you have no idea who you are even really dealing with on a personality level, let alone their real and true soul. And here's why. Human beings have this tricky thing that other animals don't have, and it's called a brain. And inside of that brain, there are things that other species don't have, like emotions and feelings. And then down somewhere, there's this thing called chemistry. Chemistry is what fuels and what ignites your desire or your attraction to another human being. If you don't believe me, you can have somebody who is drop dead gorgeous, or you can have a man that's fine as wine. They could be so physically attractive, but if that person does not have chemistry with you, them being attractive does you absolutely no good. I hear some of y'all saying amen, so I'm going to continue, okay? Now, inside your brain, we as human beings, we're the only ones that got, all animals got a brain, but we're the only ones that have emotions and reason and all that good stuff. We got attraction. When you meet a human being, that's the first thing that's working at work. That's that chemistry, okay? You're attracted to them for what you see, blah, blah, blah. Chemistry is at play. And for some reason, I don't know why God made it this way, probably so that we can depend on him more. But when that chemistry light comes on, all the other lights in your head go off. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can have a PhD, you can be smart, you can be, street smart, you can be whatever you be. If you meet somebody that you have chemistry to, 9 times out of 10, ain't but a few lights, other lights in your mind gonna be on besides that chemistry light. It might be the light down below the belt, okay? But it's gonna be that chemistry light. And you are looking at this person as everything that you are attracted to. So when you meet a person and that human attraction is happening, that can happen to you with anybody that you're dealing with, you are not thinking about this person as a whole being. And that's why it's important to not decide whether or not you want to continue romance with this person until you know them as a whole being. You will not know that in the first few months. You will not know that in the first 6 months. You will not know that because you will only know the soul of a person over time and when situations arise and you begin to see who they really are in their character. Now, the reason why you can be attracted to anybody who you have chemistry with is because chemistry is only ignited by what you know already or what you yearn to know. Okay? So when you meet somebody, and this is where kind of I'm going to use Ted Bundy for an example. That's the most famous serial killer that I know. So I'm going to use him a lot. I would use Jeffrey Dahmer, but cannibalism really, really, really creeps me out. And so do raping dead girls, but I know more about Ted Bundy than I do Jeffrey Dahmer. So anyway, you meet Ted Bundy. He has all of this crap charisma. He has all of these nice good things to say. As a human being, you are attracted to the things that are coming out of his mouth and the things that he may be saying based on your past experiences, because maybe he mentioned something from your childhood. Maybe you guys have grew up in the same place. Maybe you guys come from the same place. Maybe you guys know some of the same people. Or, on the other hand, maybe you've never met someone so smart, so intelligent. Maybe he's talking about things that are fascinating to you because you've never heard them before. So here you are, you're presented with this evil person who you don't know is evil, but you are attracted to them because there is chemistry. And that chemistry is coming from your past experiences and your experiences that you want to experience. And you have no idea that you're sitting here talking to the devil. And it has happened, ladies and gentlemen, to me plenty of times. So I'm not talking at y'all. I'm talking to y'all about what this world will happen. And the same thing that I told my little cousin this morning, that attraction alone is not enough. So before you decide if you want to be intimate with somebody, obviously you should wait till you get married. Most people are not going to do that. So if you can't do that, you should for sure, and I mean for sure, check this person out through a matter of time. Now there's all sorts of things I'm going to tell you about what to look for when you're trying to decide, but I really want to push this point of knowing that within the first 6 to 8 months, I'm telling you, it's nothing but science at work with this person. And then if you have a sex within that time, you have literally glued yourself to somebody that you don't know. And the mistakes, and here's why it's a bad thing, because I'm all about love, and I'm not saying that you can't fall in love with somebody. I'm not saying that, people, but I'm just saying it's not wise because love is not a feeling. Okay, and anybody who understand that knows that you don't feel love. Love is a verb. And if you really want to get down to the definition, I always go back to the book that I know to have the truth, and that's the Bible. Go ahead and check out 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting at I think maybe verse 4, and it'll tell you all the things that love is, and none of it has to do with feelings. Understand that. It's all about actions. It's all about the things that you do. So I do believe you can fall in love with somebody, guys. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to break down your hearts and your minds and say that love is not real, but I'm saying that love is something that is earned and worked for when you're in a romantic relationship, and it's very unlikely that that occurs within the first 6 months. You are attracted to this human being based off the chemistry that is in your brain, and you can easily hook up with the wrong soul by being attracted to them and then making decisions off that attraction. Okay? I myself easily enticed by being attracted two individuals based on what was inside of me, based on the chemistry that we had, built relationships that should have never been, wasting my time. Real good time that, by the grace of God has now passed, but I'm just saying, you can really waste time, man, getting caught up with these knuckleheads, man, based on science. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not, you don't have nearly enough time to get to know if a person loves you correctly, which is what a romantic relationship should be based on. A relationship is not the trial period, and nobody taught me that when I was coming up. Understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you meet somebody, okay, I'm going to see if this is going to work out, so I'm going to be in a relationship. No. There should be a period of you meeting that person, there's an attraction there, and then getting to know them. Now, anybody who has been with somebody for a long time knows that you continually to learn new things about a person as you stay with them for a long time. That's not what I'm saying. When I say get to know, I mean there's the attraction, but you are getting to know this person's character. You are getting to know who they are, not just what they're showing you. Because literally for the first 6 months, the people that you think you're in love with, right at that time, they're literally showing you something instead of being who they are. And neither are you. If we're gonna be real, man, you know how many times I done hooked up with fools. I'm like, yeah, man. Oh man, no, that won't bother me, man. I'm cool now, man. No. If we was in a relationship, man, no, that would come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. You're not bringing your real and true full self to the table, and neither are they. But you are attracted to them. You know what I'm saying? So the first piece of game I told my little cousin this morning was, don't let science decide who your romantic partner is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Which is the overarching theme of this message. But there's things that you can do so that you get a hold of your human attraction, not your human attraction getting a hold of you. So you meet this person, you are attracted to them, and what now? What happens next? Well, next there comes the dating phase. Dating and relationship are not the same thing. Dating is done to spend time with this person. I personally don't recommend Netflix and chill or being at the house because it just leads to other things. If you are gonna have to kick it at the crib, I would suggest it being a lot of people around because y'all, I'm 25. I'll be 26 in a few days, and time is precious. So if I could give you some type of map to this thing, I'm happy to do so. And I can't stress the importance enough of waiting to see who an individual is after you are attracted to them over a period of time. Even if you kick it with them every day for 2 weeks straight, what you feel for them is not real yet. Even if you be around them and kick it with them for 4 months straight every day, what you feel is not yet real. Okay, because you can meet somebody and feel like you in love with them, or feel like you want to spend a long time with them, or feel like you want to be in a relationship with them. But you got to remember, you can't decide that yet. Why can't you decide that? Because you don't know this person yet. And you want to get to know very important things. You know what I'm saying? Can they be honest? Are they trustworthy? Okay? What is their relationship like with God? What is their relationship like with money? All of these different types of things that are so, so, so important. They are so much more important than human attraction, and it's not until after I was already in these bad relationships with the devil that I began to assess the character of these people. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And it's common for the red flags to turn white when we only are focusing on the things we are attracted to. And I just want to say another disclaimer that if you've done that, it's not that you're dumb or you're stupid. Being attracted to a human being and basing a relationship off that attraction is something that we have been programmed to do. And it wasn't until I turned the age that I am now that I learned that that's wrong. So I'm not condemning or putting down nobody. I'm just trying to tell you how to do it differently, trying to tell you what I wish somebody had told me. You feel me? The red flags can turn white when you are attracted to somebody because you're not looking for the red flags. That chemistry thing that are in the brains of human beings, it is a powerful thing, and it blocks the other parts like reasoning and understanding and logic, because you are so focused on what you like about this individual, and you may even be focused on what they like about you. There were plenty of relationships that I started out of vanity. Vanity, as in, I was attracted to the way I was being treated. I was attracted to the way that I was being talked about and talked up. And again, basing relationship off attraction that was not real. All right. Had I known what I known back then, what I knew now, I would have had a lot of males that were just friends that would have never turned into any sort of relationship. And that's no cap on that. And I can say that with my chest and have not 1 ounce of regret in it because I still got the wisdom and the experience, and I can share that with y'all. You feel me, heartbreakers? You will only know over a long period of time if that person that you are attracted to should be your intimate and romantic partner. I say long time as far as a year or more, maybe. And even then, you won't really know them, but you will be able to see if they're honest or not. Within a year's time, you'll know if somebody is honest. You'll be able to see that actually within the first like 9 months. When that science starts to wear off and all that stuff, and you start looking up because situations begin to be exposed. After you get to know them, like now it's time for the real. So there's going to be situations that take place, and you're going to see, man, this mark ain't even real. He can't even be honest. This fool can't even keep a job. Oh man, he still want to play around in the streets with these little girls. He don't want to, man. It's like all of these things start to be revealed to you, and you can save the heartbreak. Keep your heart intact if you can. You can keep yourself away from being hurt if you just look at them for the right things. Don't be so blinded by what you feel, because that's all that attraction is it's just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in looking for companionship right away, you miss out on the things that make that person not worthy of your time and attention. That's why, again, this human attraction thing is tricky. It will get you. You feel what I'm saying? If you watch, you attracted to them and you get to watch them, you'll get to see if this person is worthy of your companionship, because a lot of times they won't be, and you'll only know that when the blinders come off. And unfortunately, I don't know why, the blinders come off after those months and months go by. I think maybe God did that so we'd be more dependent on him. I don't really know, but after those first 6 to 8 months go past and you begin to see this person for what they are, you'll begin to see if they're worthy of your companionship, because there are going to be more people that you meet that are unworthy than people that you meet that are worthy. And I can say this as a sister dating in America, as a black woman, like there are going to be people of all different races. At least for myself personally, that I've tried to date, and it wasn't until I found this new information, you know what I'm saying, that I could really assess, like, man, this dude ain't worth my time. He don't even deserve directions to the candy store. Like, and you can't get that if you not looking with a clear head, clear conscience. Which brings me to my next point. Know yourself, know your mate. All right? When you have decided to do the work on yourself when it comes to as far as your God given purpose, that don't need to be done after you begin a relationship. Find out your God given purpose. God will reveal it to you. The closer you get to him, you stay on that path and your partner will come along. As you are on that path and you get to really know yourself, you'll have a better understanding of what you want in a partner. So I say this because a lot of time I've dated from a place of brokenness. And I tried to find my healing in that new relationship. And I didn't jump like relationship to relationship, but like being single and not being healed is the same thing as jumping from relationship to relationship. Okay, so that's what I did. I was broken, so I jumped into another relationship at this time in my life, at a time in my life, and got to a relationship with this guy, and he made me feel so good. But that relationship also failed. You know why? Because I was dating out of brokenness, and I was dating out of brokenness because I thought that this person building me up and lifting me up and treating me all these nice and beautiful ways was part of my healing. This is what I deserved, when all I really needed and deserved was a relationship with Jesus Christ, and let him pick my partner for me. Let him give me the wisdom to pick my right partner. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying this because if you get a chance to really know God and know yourself, you will have a better chance of knowing your mate, because you're not letting attraction rule you. You're not going off, oh my gosh, this could finally be it. I'm attracted to this person. We got criteria that are matching. We both want the same things, all of this type of stuff. You're not letting human attraction call the shots when you know God, know yourself. You see what I'm saying? Very, very, very important. Notate what you believe. What you believe shapes what you value. What you value will decide every decision you make. If you value being in a relationship more than you value healing, you will forever be single because you're going to keep looking for healing in relationships. You know, understand what I'm saying? If you have human attraction to a person because of how they're treating you, if that's all that you're going to be attracted to that person about, and once that chemistry has faded, that relationship is going to collapse. It's inevitable. All right? You can then begin to assess the people you are dating with a clear conscience. Once you know yourself, know God, you can begin to know your mate. You'll have a clear conscience. If their beliefs don't align with your beliefs, then you are just wasting your time. But again, you don't know that if science is calling the shots. Okay? If science is calling the shots, you don't know that you're wasting your time. All right? The only way you're going to know a person, if they should be your romantic partner, if you should decide to date them, it's going to be through time and situations. Please, 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 I cannot express this enough. No matter how attracted to a person you think you may be, get to know them first. Get to know them on a friendly, platonic level and watch them. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Ain't nothing wrong with being attracted to somebody, but it's something very wrong with making decisions about that. There is no shortcut to getting to know someone, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how much y'all, oh, we feel like we've known each other for years. That's great. I believe that there are long lost like soul partners that you can meet and feel like you've known them forever. That do not mean, okay, that is supposed to be your partner. That's supposed to be somebody that you romance with. Get to know that person on a friendly level. And even if you've been friends with them for a long time, pay attention to how they are in those relationships. Because a lot of times, like, even me myself, I was friends with this guy for a long time, and sometimes you can automatically assume that because you was friends, that a relationship should follow. Well, the whole time he was my friend, he was cheating on the girls that he was with, not with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't play that foolishness, but I'm saying I seen him be a cheater. You know what I'm saying? The times that we was like on a friendly level, I would see like 5 and 6 girls calling his phone and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can remember us being friends and I being in a relationship at one time and him trying to like kind of flirt with me on the side. That was showing me about his character all right there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that friendship is the key to battling human attraction and finding a romantic partner. But what I am saying is that friendship will prevent you from wasting your time because you are able to clearly assess that person's character. There are guys that I dated that should have just been strictly friends. If you are dating someone right now and you feel like you made a left turn with them, look at how you guys began. This is literally what I had to do. I'm telling you the work that I did to heal. Look at how it started off. Were you friends with this person first for a long period of time enough to know their character? To know who they really and truly are? To know what they really believe? Or did you base this romantic relationship off being attracted to them because of how they made you feel? Or maybe because of what they did for you? And if you did any of those things, it's okay. I would say to you, first of all, to pray and ask God if how you started this was wrong. And secondly, I would really and strongly to ask you to ask God for the wisdom and the strength to do whatever He wants you to do next with this relationship. Because no matter, it doesn't matter how much time you put into somebody. If the devil is inside of them, if they are evil people, that evil is going to come out. And it's going to come out whether you are still with them or not. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter how much you feel like you have invested into somebody. If they're not the person for you, they're not the person for you, and God is going to have His way regardless. And so, looking to God for the answers. If you feel like you started a relationship based off of human attraction and you didn't know this information, prayer is the way to go. And if you have not yet started dating somebody, I would strongly encourage you to not pay attention or make any decisions based off of human attraction alone. Please don't do it. You're only going to be wasting your time. Do not let science decide. Alright? Once again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me. I thank y'all so much for listening, man. I don't know everything. I just tell y'all what I can based on what I've been through in my own life and based on what God has talked to me about to say to y'all. While you at it, don't forget, like our Facebook page, y'all. Heartbreak Hill Podcast. Also, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We also got Instagram under the same name. Matter of fact, if you're thinking about maybe you want to be on the show, you got questions, you got concerns or topics that you want to talk about, go ahead and hit us up. Heartbreak Hill Podcast at gmail.com. For those of you who have already sent inquiries to our inbox about show topics, about content, I will be responding to you personally within the next coming week. With Thanksgiving coming up, it is going to be a little bit of a fast paced thing, but I for sure will be getting back to y'all. I got some crazy interviews that are coming up that's going to rock y'all mind. Y'all probably tired of hearing me talking on here all the time, but it's in store. You feel me? Most of all, y'all stay up, stay blessed, and don't forget to love. All right, y'all.